At this point, you either get the job or you don't, right? There's nothing else that I can do.
Other than a well-timed follow-up call to check on the status of the position, not much.
Well, what happened with Jenny and Penny?
Jenny is clearly more qualified, but she did not make as good an impression at the interview. Penny seems much more on the ball, but her resume is not as strong. This is going to be a hard decision.
Hello? Yes. Okay, great. I'll see you next Monday. Bye-bye. Hello? Yes? Uh-huh. I see. Okay, thanks for calling. I understand. That is not right. Penny would have been a much better choice.
It could have easily gone the other way, because at the end of the day, a company will usually choose a person who's likable and works hard over a genius who's potentially difficult.
I guess. So what did Penny do after that?
She kept searching the newspapers, internet, career fairs, checking in with friends about job openings, sending out resumes and going on interviews. Lots of them. It took some time, but Penny ended up with 2 job offers.
Go Penny.
Now the shoe's on the other foot. Penny is interviewing the companies and deciding which one is best for her.
She should go for the money, right?
It depends. You've got to look at the fine print. Are there health benefits? If so, does it come out of your paycheck or from the company? Are there any extra incentives? A bonus structure, stock options, a relocation allowance? How much vacation time do you get? How many sick days and personal days? What is their policy regarding maternity leave, paternity leave? Also, you'd be surprised how many things are negotiable, even salary. The job with less to offer in the way of perks may be better in the way of opportunity or room for growth. Now here's another rookie mistake to avoid. Jenny started her new job. Money was rolling in. But instead of paying off her loan and credit card debt, she racked up more, just thinking that there would always be more money where that came from.
You've got a plan for a rainy day.
That's right.
That's one thing that I've learned the hard way. You're not really making any money until you've paid off your debt and you're saving money.
There you go. You got the job. You've negotiated a great package and you're financially responsible. What more can you ask for?
Well, I could ask you how to keep the job and move up the corporate ladder.
Very good.
I learned fast, mister.
So, a young woman goes to the park with no job, meets this strange man named Paid of all things, and he proceeds to teach her about resume writing, interview skills, and how to choose between job offers. You'd think that was all there was to know, but I had long-range plans. Getting a job is not enough. I want to have a successful and rewarding career.
So what happened to Jenny and Penny after they got their jobs?
Ah, yes. Navigating the corporate maze. Penny worked hard, stayed late, did everything her bosses asked her to do. She was a real soldier. She made the company's goals her goals and took a proactive approach to her work. Jenny, on the other hand, partied every night, came to work late regularly, and made a complete fool of herself at the office Christmas party.
I guess she just couldn't resist that open bar.
Well, Jenny also had no sense of office politics. She snubbed people who were more senior just because they weren't cool, and then she befriended co-workers who were already on thin ice with management. Not to mention that she often engaged in office gossip.
What about Penny?
Penny was a lot less full of herself, and she treated everyone with respect. As a result, everyone at her firm respected her. She was tactful as well. She didn't engage people in discussions about religion or politics. She was professional and friendly, and above all, had a great work ethic.
So let me get this straight. Make the company's goals your goals. Maintain your composure at all times. Don't be a gossip. Treat your colleagues with respect, and have a positive attitude.
Got it.
So I'm guessing that Jenny got fired and Penny got quickly promoted.
Got it in one. Another thing to keep in mind is that if you end up leaving a position, you should do it with the same grace with which you applied for that position. It might come back to help you, and it's just good form. Anyway, Jenny ended up at Penny's company, and Penny ended up being her boss. Getting fired was probably the best thing that ever happened to Jenny. She became a lot less arrogant and learned a lot from Penny's professionalism.
So a happy ending for everyone. What about me? Do you think I'm ready?
Get cracking, Angela. You're ready to go.
I really don't know how to thank you, Paige.
Remember the favor?
Right, the favor. Sure, whatever you want.
Pass on what you learned to someone else.
That's it?
That's it.
No, I can't do that. I mean, I will pass it on, but I just feel like I have to do something more for you. At least let me take you out.
Sorry to interrupt you. But I gotta take this. It was good talking to you. And remember to pass it on.
I took Paige's advice. My resume was solid and I researched each prospective company. At every interview, I knew what questions to ask and how to present myself. It was time to see if all of Paige's advice and my hard work would pay off.
Mr. Pendleton, the head of the company, would like to see you.
Of course, yeah. It's nice to see you again, Mr. Pendleton.
You're not surprised?
I may have been clueless when you first met me, but I learned quickly.
So I see.
I learned most of it from you, especially the part about research. Remember that company that I told you about? The one with the eccentric boss?
Yes.
The company that I was so perfect for?
Yes.
Well, it turns out that the CEO of that company was none other than Mr. Peyton Pendleton, also known to his friends as Paid.
Well done.
You were in the park because that's where you like to exercise. You were barefoot because you suffer from foot pain. The old hat you were wearing is your lucky hat from high school. And you were sitting on the bench because after your 5-mile run in the park, you needed a rest.
Very impressive, Miss Town. I just have one last question for you. When can you start?